Hey guys, just doing a quick heroic Forge of Souls run, and while I'm doing it, I have a few things I need to talk about. First of which is, I guess, reintroducing my Death Knight. His name is Harkner. Um, named this channel after him actually because he was my first level 80. My first couple of videos were on him, but haven't used him in a long time, so I just sort of reintroduce him, I guess. I plan, or not, don't plan on since I'm already there. I am currently doing uh, Blood DPS. I don't know, it's just, I guess since I leveled with Blood, I'm just more familiar with, rotations and that sort of thing. Never really could get the hang of Unholy. I've tried it a couple times since I hit 80. I don't know, I just never quite got the hang of it. So, sticking with Blood. I'm doing pretty good DPS. In this video, I was at, I believe, 2300 gear score. Maybe it's 2200. Somewhere in there. And probably on, I'm pulling 3000 DPS easily in 5-mans. And then even more than that when it comes to the bosses. Because that's when I use all my cooldowns, of course. And then in raids, I don't know, 4000 DPS, maybe a little more than that. So, I mean, it's nothing epic, but it's not bad either. I've done a few raids with them. Like I said, I just started working on them this week, but I've already done 10 and 25 man VOA, 10 and 25 man TOC, and I've downed two bosses in 25 man ICC. Got sort of lucky there. They were, it was a guild run, they just needed one more DPS. They were already on uh, Lady Death Whisperer, and I guess didn't look at my gear, luckily. So, because at that point I was even worse geared. I was, I don't know, probably around 2000. So, yeah, very glad they didn't look into that more. Didn't get any gear off of it, but it was fun anyway. Managed to down her and the gunship battle, and I'd never been on the gunship battle, so it was nice just to get some experience on it when I had a full raid of people that around me that knew what they were doing. Next thing I want to talk about, my comparison videos. I've run out of things that I think I could fairly compare. So I've thought about like comparing instances and that sort of thing, but honestly, I don't have enough experience with the upper level RuneScape and Lord of the Rings Online instances to get what I believe would be a fair comparison of them. And other than that, I mean, there's a few things, I could compare graphics, but they all have very similar. I mean, obviously, RuneScape graphics are nowhere near the quality of the other two just because it's completely online, and if it had as good graphics, the lag would be unbelievable. But other than that, they all have they're just regular high-low settings, and then you can go into the advanced and really customize, like view distance, detail, that sort of thing. But so, like I said, if you have any areas you want to see World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings Online, and RuneScape compared, if you have anything, ideas that you would like to see a comparison made of, leave it in the comments, and I will do my best to do a satisfactory comparison. Um, so, like I said, I haven't been working on Frockman much lately, just because I've been focusing on Harkner, but he's up to, I believe, 2760 gear score, I want to say. 36,000 unbuffed, 39, or 39,500 self-buffed. Almost to 40,000 self-buffed. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, Alex, I get on him, of course, every day. Just do daily random. Just keep the frosts coming in. Here on the first boss, there's only two bosses in Forge of Souls. First one, fairly simple. One thing you have to look out, I believe it's Soul Tap, might be the name of it, but it pulls out you can see it right there. It puts on Corrupt Souls, what's called, um, and it pulls, I guess, part of your soul out, and when he does that, if it's on you, run away from the boss, and then Tank needs to start kiting the boss away from the soul fragment, so that, because if it reaches him, I believe he gains health back. He either gains health back or does more damage or both, I don't know. But you don't want him to get back to him. So all the DPS needs to shift to it. It's only got like 60,000 health, if I remember correctly, so it goes down pretty fast. Still, all DPS goes to it, and Tank starts kiting the boss away from it. Got a nice 20 slot bag off of him. The other talent he has, I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the fight, he'll bring out this Soul Storm. It's just a vortex going around. You have maybe 10-yard range around him that's clear, but everywhere else you'll take a fair amount of damage if you stand in it. Sometimes he'll fear you and you'll run out through it. Just run back as quickly as possible. It's actually sort of amazing. I was doing like 3,100 DPS in this fight, or in this dungeon, averaged out through the whole thing, and I still only got like 15%, I think, maybe 20%, because we had a rep paladin in there that was doing absolutely insane DPS for a 5-man. You can see him right there. He was doing 7,000 to 8,000 DPS in a 5-man. I've never, I mean, I've only ever even been in a raid with a couple people that have done that high. Which, of course, I'm always just in bugs, so it's the bad part about not being in raiding guild. Which my guild has, on that note, started shifting towards raiding, so hopefully, most of our people aren't geared very much at all, but hopefully we can start doing more raids and get into, TOC and hopefully eventually Ice Crown. So, and because of that, I will very possibly start putting out more raid videos. So, that should be fun. And I tend to be the tank, even though I have Harkner, who is still one of the better DPS in the guild. Yeah, I know it's sad, 3,000 better. But I tend to play on Frogman just because he's the only tank we have thus far. So, obviously, tank. Okay, here on the last boss, he's actually, for a 5-man boss, he has a lot of abilities. And I have again forgot the name of it. I'll tell you here in just 1 minute. But he has this ability where it looks like he's tethering to somebody, and when he does it, it's called Mirrored Souls. You can see right there those orange and red lines going out, and when that happens, all DPS needs to stop against the boss. The other thing, you can see that little purple pool right there. Of course, stay out of it. It's bad. And the fight didn't last that long this time, but sometimes he'll do this thing where you have to stay behind him because his face is like throwing out damage. So stay behind him. That's all for now. Like I say, got any ideas for comparison, leave it in the comments, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks.